Greetings everyone, welcome to AMF Deer Valley Lanes and yet another SFTHD final match. This is Craig Spencer, your tournament director and pseudo commentator. We are about to watch the final match of the AMF Deer Valley $1,000 Championships. The winner this evening will be taking home $1,000 and the loser will be taking home $500. Both players are in the progressive pot. So nothing gets the action going and puts the pressure on quite like a $500 match. With that said, let's introduce our players. Your number 2 seed representing the B division, he bowled 687 with handicap to advance to the quarterfinals on Sunday. He was your number 1 seed in the B division semifinals. He was the number 1 seed by bowling 652 in the quarterfinals. He then defeated Bo Copeland, the number 4 seed in match play in the very first round. Defeated Bo with a score of 246. His next match, he then bowled Joey Collins and defeated Joey with a score of 230. And that brings him to his second title match now, and 1 game away from his first SFTHT standard event title. Those are the titles that really give you the bragging rights. So he's here, he's made it. He's just got 1 game here. He has to defeat the number 1 seed. So without further ado, your number 2 seed representing the lefties, Kevin Enomoto. And Kevin will be getting 28 pins of handicap for this match. Your number 1 seed representing the A division, he advanced on Saturday with a 707 series with handicap. He actually led the A division qualifying on Saturday with that score. In the quarterfinals, he snuck in as the number 4 seed with a score of 605 with handicap. This put him up against the number 1 seed Seth Grinermiller in the semifinal first round. It was a close match, but some late strikes by the number 1 seed allowed him to move on and defeat Seth Grinermiller with a score of 215. He then bowled Joe Masayo in the A division final match. This was Joe's first division final match appearance, and your number 1 seed was able to throw some strikes at the very end to put some pressure on Joe to force Joe to double in the 10th, and Joe was not able to do so. So this meant the number 1 seed was able to move on with a score of 232 and is now bowling in our final match. Your number 1 seed looking to be the first player to get 3 SFTHT standard event titles, which is it's not easy to get 1, much less to be the first person to get to 3. Your number 1 seed is Charlie Krauch, and Charlie will be getting 17 pins of handicap for this match. Now that we know our players, I will give you amazing viewers some additional info to keep in mind while watching this match. The players have bowled on a 44-foot modified house pattern this weekend, and the scores were very low. They were some of the lowest we've had in a while. It was not only one of the longest patterns we've bowled on in quite a while, but it's also one of the heaviest, if not the heaviest pattern we've bowled on in a while. So a lot of the players didn't see a lot of movement on their ball, but the pattern was able to be attacked at basically every angle. Some of the players with higher ball speeds was able to play it straight. Some of the players with lower ball speeds was able to get in and curve it a little bit more. So although it was a difficult pattern, it was a pretty fair pattern in terms of the amount of styles that could compete on it. It also seemed that each time we stripped and royaled the lane with the pattern, that the pattern got a little bit tougher. I don't know if this was kind of stripping the lane memory off of the house pattern and putting down the harder pattern over and over again. Maybe made it play a little bit truer, but it was definitely very interesting to see the scoring pace slowly get lower and lower and lower each time we stripped and re-oiled. So that was another interesting element. The lanes have a bit of play on them now up until this final match, so the players will probably score a little bit better now than they did right when the lanes were freshly oiled. Now, in terms of each player's momentum coming into this match, it is very different from player to player. Kevin has really been dominating all day, and in my opinion at this point, I think he's very comfortable with his ball reaction and scoring ability. Charlie Krauch, however, hasn't bowled as great. He's been able to grind through it. As I said earlier, he made the semifinals with a score of 605, which is not great bowling, so he's not bowling way over his average. Once he made match play, he was able to put pressure on his opponents at the right times to be able to win the matches. But I don't know if he's as confident with his ball reaction as Kevin. So even though Charlie has a lot more experience in this area because he's looking for his 3rd standard event title, Kevin is looking for his 1st. So even though Charlie has more experience, I think Kevin actually might have a bit of an advantage only because of his confidence in his ball reaction. But there's no way to know, so we will see. Will Charlie get his 3rd title and be the first person to get to 3 standard event titles, or will Kevin get his 1st? Let's find out. Kevin's going to get us started on the left lane, so kick back, relax, and watch the final match of the Strikeforce Tour, Arizona Handicap Tour $1,000 championship. Well, that wraps it up here at AMF Deer Valley. Kevin Enomoto defeats Charlie Krauch 257 to 178 with handicap. It was very clear that the ball reaction and confidence were not as close between the two competitors. Kevin, before and after each shot, looked very focused, very calm, very sure of where he needed to throw it. Charlie at times seemed a little tense. I think, again, because he didn't have as much confidence in his ball reaction. I think he really grinded it out and had an incredible performance to get to where he was at. I don't think today was one of those days where he really matched up and had great ball reaction. I think he bowled great to get to the final match, where Kevin bowled great as well, but also had very good ball reaction. So that wraps it up for us here at Deer Valley. We're at Desert Sky next weekend, where we're going to be actually putting down the new 2013 Nationals pattern that was just released a few days ago. So it should be an exciting event. I look forward to seeing you all there. As always, thanks for watching.